Today we'll discuss projection. Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
You are born. You are born. You are. You're.
Yes, sir.
You dropped or you were born. Right? And you have a nervous system, you have muscular system, you have a structure, you have features. Did you organize that?
No, sir.
Did you wanted what you wanted? Were you aware where you're going to be born? Did you decided who should be your parents? Yeah? You were told these are your parents. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
You were told this is the mother because you immediately were nurtured, therefore she became a mother, and she told you this is the father. It's called reference by action. There was some action which were trained, and you were told sit, shit, up, dup, dee, do, day, and that became your classical reference. So you are human by reference. You are?
Human by reference.
What subject we are talking about today? I thought you forgot. So you are human by?
Reference.
Not by reverence. And last 3 years, every religion has lied, lied, and lied, and made a fool out of you as humans. You don't have a chance. What they say in America, you don't have a Chinaman chance to be human, because you have never been taught to be human by reverence. Reverence means self-reverence, not somebody's reference. You are always have been taught reference. That's my mother, that's my father, that's my religion, that's my Kabbalah, and that's my synagogue, that's my church, that's my temple, that's my husband, that's my children, that is. But that is what? When somebody does good for you, you have a good reference to that person. Somebody do bad for you, it's a bad reference. You're the most unlearned, unlearnable mammals. And egomaniac, arrogant individuals. And extremely stupid. You suffer so much, God. Who helped them? Birds fly with their rhythm, and animals take their grass, and birds shit where they want and they sit where they want. You have no place. You're the most misfit category of living. You're no projection. Therefore you are trendy. If everybody is screwing, you are screwing. If nobody is screwing, there was a time when everybody became celibate. World population became 1/3. And now everybody is screwing, world population is unlimited. There's no planning. Boy has a girl, girl has a boy. A fucks B, B fucks C, C fucks D. Somebody goes back, somebody goes front, somebody goes up, somebody goes down. What a drama. You know the word fucking is not an English word? Do you know that? Now listen, when the first steam engine came, they didn't want it to go more than 4 miles an hour. It's called Red Flag Act of United Kingdom. So man with a red flag will go in front and train will follow. So it cannot go more than speed. So when the engine steam pushed it a little more, the engine driver has to lower it down and do fuck, 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 fuck. You understand? So the man saw, what the fuck, fuck, fuck? He said, oh, I do it with my wife. And I said, but doing it with Mary. So the word fuck became, intercourse means when I and you talk. Intercourse doesn't mean sexual relationship. Do you know that? It's not true. Intercourse does not mean, when you say he sleeps with he or he sleeps with she, you mean sex. Sleep means you sleep with a pillow. Sleeping means sleeping with your pillow. Sleeping does not mean this, what you mean by sleeping. And when you say, I love him, or he loves me, you are insane. Because neither you have your reference to reverence, nor you have reference to reverence to another person. That's why your relationship never project right. What subject we are talking today? Mm-hmm. So I just want to make you understand meaning, what projection mean. If a bow and arrow and a string and a strength, an eye and the pressure of the air is not measured, you will never get the bull. You can't. In archery, you can't get the bull. Even in a rifle, the front side eye, back side you, holding of the breath, the shoulder, the pressure, and the trigger, and the wind pressure has to be measured. It's called zeroing the rifle before you fire. Do you do in life that way? No. You have not been taught to have reverence. You have been taught to have reference. And with reference, you are prostitutes. Because people get reference about you, you get reference about people, you live by reputation, and your reputation goes ahead of you, so you are already known and set. And that's no living. That's the low-grade mammal existence. LGME. In high sociology, they call it LEMG, low-grade mammal existence. And what do you think of yourself? You are gone on the moon. Then what? Moon was already there. He wanted you to come. You went. You got the rocket. What you got in the science? If you know Mahabharata, that's about over 3,000 years ago, they have individual plane from coming to India. They call it Vaban, means aeroplane. And they used to go by mercury vapor. And that was the energy they used, crystal mercury vapor power. And they used to fly from India to visit their second home for holidays, is called America. They call it Patal Desh, underworld. You are the underworld. And Pandit used to tell me, under India, Bharat they call it, under India there is the underworld where Rakshas live, demons live. They eat beef, they drink wine, and they sex with each other and they die. This was, I was told, 3-year-old. भारत देश के नीचे एक पताल देश है, वहाँ राक्षस बसते हैं, गऊ का मांस खाते हैं, मदरा पीते हैं और विषय वकार में जिंदगी बसर कर देते हैं. Leave the other, what you eat and what you do. विषय वकार. विषय? The word is known as Vishwa. Vish means the universe. Vishay means the complex. Visha. Visha means the heading. Vakar means wrong heading. So all your heading of life are by reference, not by reverence. You don't project, you are born. You are born to be. No, you are born not to be. You are born. And you are divine. And you are you. You don't have to become a human. You are human. Human is better than angel, and better than a sage, and better than any power of the God where there is. You are human, therefore you are in the image of God. You want to look like your own image. Therefore you are stupid. Who made you, you are not that. You understand? Nobody wants to tell you this. They want you to be easy, have fun. Oh, fun of what? Folks, what fun? You have X amount of prana, an X amount of energy called youth, and in X amount of time, you can put it as long as you can, as short as you can, and that's all it is. There's a bank account, you have $10,000, and you have 65 years visit, or 1 million, whatever your expenses, and you have to live through it. How you live, which motel you live, which hotel you live, what life you do, that's your problem, not God's. Yes, with your reverence, you can increase yourself. With reference, you can decrease yourself. Now you understand projection?
Yes, sir.
You do not love anybody. Absolutely not. You hook people. You project your sensuality, not sensitivity. What do you need friends for? For personal satisfaction and exploitation? That's why in your relationship you are here, there, everywhere. Because you're not within yourself. Yourself is empty of you. Forget about becoming a teacher and then getting into the heart of another person and understanding the head of another person and forklifting. That's the job of a teacher. And see, I'm not saying anything unusual or usual. Every time passes, a man and husband who fell in a marriage, matrimony, in a relationship, they fall apart. You counsel them, they fall apart. You tell them, they fall apart. You don't tell them, they fall apart. Why they fall apart? Because marriage was done by reference. It was not by reverence. And it was not reverence, greatness, shine, beauty, power of the spirit, the soul. It was sexual. Penis and vagina met. And you expect victory? No, you can't get it. You can't. Any relationship which is based on the second chakra shall never have the quality of the sixth chakra. Anything which is not on the sixth chakra will not command the universe. Not command the universe means universe will not come and serve, which is your birthright. Which is your? Happiness is your? But you can't get your birthright. So you start fantasizing and you start romancing. Romance and fantasy takes you away from reality. That's why you have no endurance. You have no courage to have endurance. You fall apart. 1 opposition, 2 opposition, 10 opposition, 20 opposition. You go down like as you don't roly-poly. Jack and Jill went through the hill. Not right, folks. What's not right is left. You know how simple I am? Things are very simple. There is no complication for us. Life is not a complicated thing. You complicate it to become prostitutes and pimps of the same life, which is supposed to be divine and reverend and gracious and absolute for you. And it's given. The tragedy is you're not to earn it. It is given. Guru kripa de bhakt kamai tahe manas dahi pai. Is dahi ko simre dev, is dahi sa har ki sev. With Guru's blessing, you earn this life. And this human body you earned. And this human body is worshipped by angels, not only by you. And with this body, you can understand the infinity, and with reverence and worship and understanding, you can understand the totality of God. You know how blissful it is? You see one little thing, you say, wow! One little thing, wow! Oh, I met a very beautiful girl today. Wow! Wow! Have you seen these kids? Wow! You understand this stupid? Oh, when they take all that, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm in ecstasy. Well, you are $300 less and you are stupid forever. Yes, you are in ecstasy. Other than that foolishness, you will never do it. You will never do it. You will not do it. You will not love a person and break your heart, not somebody's heart. Your heart is in tragedy. Poor 4 chambers of your heart become 16, 60, 600. That's too much. And you do things, wonderful things. You have wet dreams, you have cold sweats, sometimes. What is this? This is not you. It is good to get sick and fall apart once in a while. A car does it, why not you? Some parts. But the problem is your parts are not replaceable. They don't have Jiffy Lube to lube you up. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose your part, folks, you're gone. And one part these days you are living with drugs. It is called impetuous sensitivity. Impetuous sensitivity. This generation has lost it. 60s generation. Drug doesn't do anything. It may do good to you for a while, it's your money. I'm not asking you not to use it. But you shall never be again you. That's why I started Kundalini Yoga here. Not that I was going to gain my leadership or membership. I saw the tragedy of the mankind. I saw how damaged they are. We picked up young bodies, left on trails, eaten by animals, unrecognizable. And sometimes identification led to the homes, you can't believe it. But what is a drug? When you take any drug which hallucinates you, it means your brain cells are stretched to the area and extension to which it should not have. So chances of developing sensitivity and experiencing infinity is lost. I remember somebody took a brownie, what brownie? Yeah. 6 days he was saying, I am Yogi Ji, and I am with Guru Ram Das, and I am having all there is, and nobody can understand me. I'm tragedy. Look at this. They are all my friends. And I am in heavens. I'm seeing angels. Lord Shiva came yesterday and massaged me. 7 days I had to sit by his bed. Look at me now. 7 days. And this is what I was getting. I am Yogi. I'm Yogi Bhajan. I'm here. He has gone into my whole body. My legs are his legs, my hands. And I was sitting on the chair, damn, on this, just by the side. 7 long days. This guy was put a turban on my head. Don't remove. He was lying bare naked and said, don't remove my underwear. What is this going on? 7 long days. Finally I got tired of sitting, my butt started hurting, and I just take care of his temple, and he woke up. I said, hi Yogi Ji. He said, no, you are Yogi Ji. I said, oh yeah? I said, I just wanted you will come back yourself. Because there was no self. There was no self. Self, whether it was great or it was bad, right or wrong, it got stretched. And sometimes when you stretch something, it doesn't come back. So people has acid and cocaine and all these drugs. And worst of all is marijuana. That's the worst. That's worse than every drug. Every drug has a limited feature and can get out through the urine. This not get out of the urine. Actually, marijuana is a herb which is used for stomach ailments. It numbs the eternal wound of the digestive system. That's what it was used for. And you start smoking. The moment you smoke, it hits your pituitary. And that's it. That's you, gone. It freezes the serum in the spine. And you will never have a grey matter of the quality you have. Doesn't matter how you think you are. Because you don't want to project right. You don't want to project you. You want to project somebody else. You are the power. You are the beauty. You don't need the beauty. You are the success. You don't need the success. You are the sex. You don't need to sex yourself. You are not automatically locomotive that you have to run your universe. Fuck. That's not you. But that's what you have become. And the Christians, the Jews, the Hindus, the Muslims, the Sikhs, name it. Whole humanity has no self-reference to reverence. You know, somebody once said, what you can do? I said, not much. But what do you want to be done? He said, I'm asking you, what are you going to do? I said, I can give you a face and grace, or I can condemn you. What do you mean to condemn me? I said, I write down I met so-and-so and he was a living idiot. And that's it. That'll become record. In 500 years, when the world will be different, you will be a living idiot. You will be referred as an idiot. That I can do. Why you'll do that? I say, I'm not doing it. You ask me, so I'm telling you what I can do. Why? I say I'm a Mahan Tantrik. I'm a lord of longitude, latitude, altitude, attitude. I can do what I want. You don't want to tell me what to do. You ask me what you can do. I'm telling you what I can do. Is there any question? He said, no. Well, what it matters if you write me I'm an idiot? I say, it shall matter. It shall become a universal energy. You think I'm a person. I'm an institute. I am the mansion which has many rooms. Look at the way I am, not the way you look at it. He said, I'm looking at you. I said, look again. He said, wow. I said, now you look at me? What you saw? He said, you disappeared. I said, yeah? What you saw? He said, you disappeared. I just blinded. I said, where did I disappear? You disappeared in light. I said, no, I was sitting here. I never left the room. Well, what was that? I said, I just made you to see me. I don't know anything. I said, this is the power of the master of Kundalini Yoga. One who practices in a pure form can become the living light, can become the living awareness, can become the living beings of all beings. And time and space shall serve such an individual. I said, just showed you. I'm not showing you anything more or less. Oh man, I want to study with you. I said, no. $10,000 lesson. Now watch this. One is insanity, it's called super insanity. $10,000 lesson. I said, why you're coming to figure 10 million? No. This lifetime? No. Ever? No. Why me? No. I said, you are no. Because you try to measure with Maya the man who was the master. You missed the chance. You understand what I'm saying? I say, you try to measure it. Infinity cannot be measured. Reverence cannot be explained because reverence is infinity. Reverence has such a power that it becomes an infinity. And for you to become an infinity, you have to have self-reverence, not reference. What do? You prostitute yourself. I am this, I am beautiful, I have boobs, I have this. Everybody has. You think others don't have that? What you have? Some have less, some are right, some are wrong. There's a white gringo student of mine, he married a black girl. I said, will the family accept it? He said, that's why I married her. I don't want to be accepted. I said, wow. I said, why? He said, I want to get even with my family. I said, this is the only way. Yogiji, please bless me. I said, why? He said, just bless me. That will give me satisfaction. I said, bless you 100 times. I have nothing to lose. To me, it's neither black, nor white, nor yellow, nor pink. To me, it is all human. But you're not marrying for the purposes of marrying. You're marrying for the purpose of getting even to your family. You want to get even with your family. That's what you're doing. And majority of the young kids gets even with their parents and they lose the start. But you know what they say? I want to do what I want to do. I don't want you to tell me to do. That's called first act of disobedience. And nobody has ever recovered from that. Because that becomes mantra. You know, there was one mountain man going, and a young kid came behind him and fingered him. He looked around. He walked little distance again, and this boy ran and fingered him. He looked around and caught him and gave him 1 rupee coin. He said, what for? He gave him the 2. He said, fingering me twice. It's a great act, thank you. Somebody say, are you idiot? You know what he did to you? He said, yeah. And you gave him 2 rupees? You should have given 2 slaps, 2 punches on his face. He said, no, watch. He had 2 rupees, he put it in his pocket. He was going, there was another huge giant like going. He said, we'll give you more money. He fingered him. And this guy turned around his neck and click! And there was a dead kid. And this guy said, he says, see what 2 rupees can do? So you live in the words of pushers, sexual pushers, not sensual pushers. You are sexual pushers like prostitute with reference. You are not human with reverence. And your beauty and your power and your universe guarantees you all happiness if you have self-reverence to your reverence. And that's the first projection. You want to look beautiful, what you say is the trend and the tendency of the time is, and in the mirror. You never look in the mirror of your mind and into your soul. And therefore, because you live in a reference, you have patterns. 5 marriages, same pattern. 16 friends, same pattern. Action, reaction, same pattern. And sometimes you become like patents, permanent, you can expect. I know of a girl, every 2.5 years she has to do what I know she has to do. I was telling her that day, hey, I said, 2.5 years closing down. What's next? He said, well, I know it is coming. I tried to stop it. I said, last so many times you didn't. Once somebody asked somebody, he said, why are you swimming when you can go by boat? He said, I want to swim. I don't want to go by boat. I said, why not? He said, I want to be a fish. The guy said, you never forgot the previous incarnation. You were a fish. You become human, but you don't forget your previous incarnation. Have you seen somebody there frown at everybody? Have you seen? These are dogs. Have you seen people who hiss at you? They were snakes. Have you seen people who say, walk, walk, walk? They were frogs. And forget about what I am saying to you. You already has nickname of your friends. Don't you? You all have, lie not. I know. You have their real names, not their legal names, real names. You say, hey, save you from this guy. He's a fox. How many words we use naming people? One is fox. That's very common. What else? Yeah, there's a weasel and some. That's a long list I was given once I had it. Somebody mailed to me. And it said the real name of the humans. Theory of reincarnation. Somebody just sat down and figured it out. From a common focal behavior, you can totally study and understand what previous life of that person was. Absolutely. You don't have to spend $500 or $5,000 in knowing previous incarnations. Somebody once brought me about 100 tapes. Yogi ji, will you listen to this? I said, what for? These are my previous incarnation. I said, then what? Oh, it's very important. I said, day before yesterday at lunch, what you ate? Couldn't tell me. I said, if you cannot tell me 2 days back what you ate, what's the idea of going through these hundreds of tapes? What you were? You were something. What do I have to deal with that for? Oh, I want to know what I was and what I can do. I say, you can do. Or you do to be. But I said, do me a favor. I'll help you as much as you want, but there's one condition. She said, what? I said, don't become a Sikh. Promise me. Why? I said, then it's become my headache. And I have a lot of it, please. One less, that's all I want. Why? I said, you are nuts. I have so many nuts to deal with them. I can't. You do not become a Sikh. You promise me this, and I'll do everything for you. So we agreed. But she became Sikh. And that is the tragedy now. You know. And I said, you broke promise. I said, I broke promise with you. I have now everything with the Guru. Don't tell me anything. I know. And she's very smart. But what to do? What are you going to do about it? He said, God is infinite. Guru is infinite wisdom. I don't need you. I said, that's true. You don't. And every third day I'm on the phone. Now this is how she starts. It's a very typical idea. He said, I was reading Sri Guru Granth at page such and such, line such and such. And the Guru says, da, 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 da. Well, what do you mean by this? And I said, what do you mean? Guru said, you heard it, this is a direct relationship. He said, no, you explain to me what it means. No, she knows I cannot say no. So I start saying, well, Guru said, is rag such and such. This is what the story is, this whole thing. After 45 minutes, she said, well, what I mean to say is, why I read that line today? I said, now you are behaving like nuts. Well, I want to talk to you. I said, no, as for Guru's word explanation is finished. Over. I'm going to close the phone. No way. No, one more minute. One more question. I said, what? Why Guru said so? I said, you ask him direct. We have no relationship, you remember? Can you find more qualified nuts than that person? It's a fun to watch people. It is very difficult. that people can admit they are wrong. Because once you admit you are wrong, then you have next chance with you will be right. And it's not, I can be your judge, you are right or wrong. You know you are right or wrong. That you can. Bij mantra sarv ko gyan. Every spermatozoa of you know how to go around the egg 8 times and penetrate. That spermatozoa never went to the university. Did it? He went to university and studied and came out to graduate and got into the human and ejaculated through his penis and went in with other millions of it and then finally reached the egg. An egg knew how to form itself. When egg wants to reach a spermatozoa, it takes its shape. To facilitate this little thing to go 8 times and penetrate. So, Bij mantra sarv ko gyan. All knowledge your seed knows. Your seed has all knowledge. Like a little seed has all the tree in it. So your genetic self has all the infinite self. If you remember this line, you'll project right. Your genetic self. And life is like that. A car says 7 years guarantee, 5 years guarantee. You know what I mean? So your genetic guarantee can be very predetermined. This man is going to live this much and that. Oh yes, with living good and bad you can be fine. You need 15 breaths a minute. That's what you'd normally take. And when you are excited, emotional, druggy, sexual, sensual, excited, whatever, you go up to 24. Sometimes you go 31, something like that. But if you live, it's a very simple mathematics. Suppose you have enough breath of life at the rate of 1 breath for 1 year. So you take 1 breath a minute, you can live 15 years. Suppose you have breath of life living for 100 years at 15 breaths a minute at that rate, you can live 1500 years. That's how yogis extend their life, by practicing 1 breath a minute. And when you practice 1 breath a minute, then you become Pavan Guru. You become the light and knowledge of the prana. And then you know the universe knows you. That's what Nanak the Guru said, Pavan Guru, Pani Pita, Mata Dhartamat, Divsra, Dodai Daya, Khele Sagal Jagat, Changyayan, Bryayan, Vache Tarmadur, Karmi Apo Apni, Ke Nede Ke Dur, Jinni Naam Te Aya, Gaye Musakkad Kaal, Nanak, Taim Kujle, Keti Chutina. In this shlok, it totally completes the human anatomy, excellence, process, projection, to the most clear words which one can understand. And he says this with absolute clarity. And spares nothing. When he salutes to the God as a yogi, he calls the yogi salute Ades. Ades means, O Lord, the giveth of life and universe. Ades means, I salute thou. Ades, they say Ades. I salute thou, O Ad. You are the beginning. All. Ad, Anil, Anad, Anad. He describes all dimension of limitlessness. Jug Jug always. Throughout time you have been like that. Because he wanted to let everybody know that religion, they said, God is here, God is there, God is in, earth is round, earth is like an apple, like a pear. When I said Aquarian age has come, the axle of the earth changed, everybody laughed at me. I said, fine. Now they say the axle of the earth has changed, earth is moving slow, because that is why, because we have made dams, and the weight of those consolidated water of dams has slowed down the movement of the earth. Can you believe that man can now slow down the earth? First ask him when you start rotating it. I asked the same scientist, I said, oh, do you remember in which year you start rotating the earth and what type of gasoline you used? He said, you are joking at me. I said, you are stupid. I'm not joking, I'm telling you. I said, you called me, I didn't call you. Because you read my note. He said, that's true, I want to know, how do you know? I said, no. The axle of the earth changes. The momentum of the magnetic field changes. The earth, you call it lava, or furum existence, furum, that changes. And the flare of the sun and relevancy changes. Because sometimes you can have, walkie-talkie, you can talk long distance easily, sometimes you can't. Now in the cell phone you go, when you go through this mountain, you lose communication. Then you have communication. Or sometimes you call on the telephone, you have interference. But what you are using? You are using electromagnetic force. Instead of you mentally projecting this, you do it through the telephone. Telephone is nothing but you. Television is nothing but you. People used to have vision, now you have television. But the difference in television and vision is, in your vision you can see what you want to see or not see, or what is concerned with your psyche. In television, it is what you are being shown. Your faculty of projection with your personal reverence will win for you all. And that's path of victory. Prosperity, victory, the tape Niranjan has. Yeah, play it, man. Oh, silly Veding. The exercises. Religious woman. Her name is Niranjan Kaur. And all these lyrics she has sang, just listen them carefully and go in prayer. And this is the prayer of the lotus. This is the prayer of the... Do it, let's see what happens.
Prosperity, Take it, my name was there.
that tape with the music, with the same exercise, keep going. That tuni we call it. word Satnam, what it means actually? What? It's a code number for the Prakriti, creation. Like you call New Mexico, you have to call 505. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's a code number. Mantra is a code projection. To decode the mystery of divinity. And when your mantra is perfect, connection is perfect, you get what it is. Vaheguru is the code mantra for the Purkha. There are two things, Purkha. Purusha means God, creative God is called Purusha. Creative God is called? And all creative creation which stimulates itself and existence is called Prakriti. All. So there are two code numbers, code area number for the human. One is Satnam, Vaheguru. And there's a common number, which in the Christianity and others you use Amen. Actually is a Om, it's not Amen. And Om is not a sound which verbal means anything. That's called common code. That's called, you go in a hotel, you have your own key, and sometimes you lose the key. You call the floor service, and they bring the master key. They stick the master key, door opens. Om, which is in Ik Aonkar, that's a what you call affective code of the Om. And Om is chanted like this. It's chanted in the conch of the human. It's not verbal. That's why Nanak did a wonderful scientific job. He put with this Om, Ek Om God. He did a fantastic job for the human. So you may not be debauched about things. And he gave you the sense of mastery. And when you chant this, Ek Om God, and you revitalize the entire brain. Grey, white, this, that, so many things in the skull. It's not a cantaloupe. And it needs service. And these mantras are called entry codes. We'll talk about it. We're done enough for today. Thank you.